We're gonna be incorporating the stream as part of the Zoom. So the Zoom will be the stream now. So all the camera angles will be available through Zoom. So that'll up this experience because the experience on Zoom is limited.
Yeah.
So now adding camera angles, changes, better audio or whatever, that's gonna really enhance the experience of the viewer. That's
For what,
one.
the regular classes or what?
Yeah, for everything. But we're experimenting.
Oh,
So
I see.
we're practicing.
I see.
And so, for Tyler, I think, man, if you have a chance to show up in person, 100% should.
Yeah.
It's so much different in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually supposed to show up in person, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Uber there. I didn't have the time today, but I'll make sure to make it a point to come in person.
I would reach out to anybody and everybody because it's that important. Ask for help.
That's a lot. Thank you.
What's going on? Who just got?
That helps me because you see, I have an internal battle. I have a demon of doubt that's very strong in me the last 12 hours, and it's very strong tonight. Because on one hand, something about my mom. On one end, if you're me and you're experiencing the last 12 or 24 hours, you're experiencing what seems like, I'm not going to cover words. Okay,
There you go.
yeah, for all.
You have that or not?
Another one, okay.
It's two. We got six.
You got a Red Bull, right?
Yeah, I did.
Anybody out, go play.
Don't play.
Gogurt?
Yogurt.
Yeah, anybody want Gogurt? Yeah, applesauce.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
On one end, I'm experiencing and living and testing. I've been going real hard today, all day, on everything. And on one end, there's no denying that I am having, if I wasn't going to censor it with God, I'm having the experience of King Solomon. There, you're not around. God, I'm having the experience of King Solomon. Ready? There's that thought. There's that experience. There's that feeling, that knowing that I am. There's that. On the other side, when you have that, or when I have that, let me speak for me. When I have that, inside of me, I go like this, bullshit! At the same time. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, right! Humble thyself! You're an ant with a grandeur fantasy. Both thoughts are in my head. And I try to go this way, the positive way. I am. And then suddenly I'm like, it heats up inside me. Okay, I'm holding myself as that. That was my boom, 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 boom. And then suddenly I go, I can't do this shit. Fuck this. And I drop the whole thing. Right? And I'm going down to the
Is that
the
no?
whole thing. And I'm back, this and that. And I go, okay, yeah, that's right. And then this goes for a little bit. And so I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm gonna play like a fucking fool. And when I said, what you said helped me, is because I see how people, I truly respect you. I respect everyone. Like you said, I respect you. And I go, oh, now I have a choice. I can sit here like a fool. Because it's true, I do feel like a fucking clown, actually. I could sit here as King Solomon. Because I do feel that too. But you say that, the Solomon in me sits up and says, this is why you should quit fucking around. Then, when I have a conversation with my girlfriend earlier, and I end up upsetting one, even though I fix it, I get to a point where I'm like, man, why did I do that? Even if I was right, what the fuck came over me? And I regret that, and then I'm texting her, hey, I love you, you're an angel in my life, I hope you understand, and it clears up. When that happens, the goofball in me says, see, you stupid fuck. See that? When you think you're Solomon, you can't see what you just did. And so then at that moment, I strengthened that. I have a teeter-totter. I literally inside of me tonight. Just so you know. Thanks for listening. That was dope. It's dope to go get it out. I can now see it from one day. But I'm literally flip-flopping these two identities, and your communication is helping me decide which direction to go. Like Sunday, I was like, it's not even that. Let me tell you the feeling of Solomon. And as I'm allowed to say this, something, all the numbers shift inside me different to tell you this. What I'm about to say is very significant for something. Okay? Let me tell you this about Solomon. He commands everything. He commands everything. His mindset is command. That's how I see it. I become him, and I command everything. Like internally, my relationship to the universe is command, because I'm just one above him. And I command for him. And so I walk around looking without afraid of anything. So I saw him, I have absolute zero fear. Right here. And I was like, I'm really gonna embody this for 1 second, right? What if I was completely that, like no, and for a moment I could just feel exactly what I can feel. What the next thought was, it's crazy. I'm looking for Jesus' disciples. And that moment was so real when we were walking. For a moment I could just get rid of any doubt. For just a split second I glanced. If I was Solomon walking in this tonight, looking around, what am I doing? I'm looking for the disciples. It was like as clear as day. And then I had a feeling after that there was all these other people, like people that I know, that were looking for them. And that this is like an army of people that kind of protects me, whatever it is, somehow, so that the communication can hit the disciples. It's like this. Okay, so that's the Solomon in me. And when it hit, and its realest moment was that. Now, the goofball, the joker, the realest moment is a tap in. In the car, tap in. I'm full on Solomon, like in what I could see, what I could do. I'll tell you what I did. Of course, I was sharing these private thoughts. When I was tapping in, I reached down and grabbed the devil by the hand. And I held his hand. My hand was burning. And then I waited, and then I grabbed God's messenger. I couldn't grab God. But I grabbed something that was related to God. And it was another hand. And I held it. And for a second, it was a moment. And then I made them hold hands. And I held them together. And in that moment, when I could see there's a white, cloudy thing here, there's a dark, like a hell thing here, their eyes are here. My eyes are right in the middle, looking at them like the two girls that were last. And what I knew about what I do is this power is the power that must know both. There's something about that. Yeah. And then that goes into something. Nice. Crazy. You're beginning of that, right? This is like I said earlier. I said this to my girlfriend. I said, look, I want you to take the most powerful creature on earth, right? One thing he's not going to do is go to the strip club tonight. I admire Jesse Peterson as the most enlightened Christian I've ever met. Okay? At a minimum, life. And so I know that Jesse Peterson would not go to the strip club tonight, but I would, right? Because he's a hardcore Christian, and that's wrong. Okay? But I would. And so IMC Nation, the preacher is who I am, is the guy that says to you, I can't not know the devil. Yeah. I know the devil a little differently than the preachers. I bring the devil to my house and keep him in the room with me. Do you get that? Can you go on that? What are you getting? You can just something out that I like to do.
I mean, it's because it's really because it's like the phrase I was talking to him about. If God knows your heart and your mind, and you keep going, and you see that's the devil. So you have to have that relationship, you know. And that gets distorted by thinking that everybody else knows who you are. So
can you go deeper into that? You're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's what's kind of preventing me from going to like a more darker edge.
Yeah.
Because
He's not drunk, dude.
knows my heart very well that I can go there, no problem. So like even the metaphor of Jesus going to hell,
Yes.
the fact that he can go to hell and like come up and rise again.
Yes.
And he knew of God at that level,
Yes.
So it's a practice, So
You're right, it's a
said that-
practice. Thank you. I'm practicing. You get that? But I have a voice of doubt in me that keeps telling me, you need to chill the fuck out. You know that. You're like a child lost in fantasy. And the same voice says, don't fuck with people's minds, bro. Like I have an ethical issue expressing the Solomon to you. And I'm overcoming it by telling you this little confession. Right? This allows me now to talk a little bit more about it somehow. I've just created a little bit more space for these words. Right? And I'm trying to free myself from this doubt of you. The doubt has you in it. Because I know you're listening. I see, like a moment that was really interesting, and it made me in a shy way feel weird. Cecily wanted to tell me that I hadn't shaved the back of my head right. And he approached me and was like, are you taking a shower? I was like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, well, maybe he wants to use my shower. And he says, can I use it now or later? And he was kind of like hesitating. And he said, well, the back of your head, you have to shave this. And I said, oh, okay. And then he was like, hey, I was uncomfortable saying that to you. I was walking away. I came back. I was like, hey, dude. Okay, so right there, right? When he said I was uncomfortable saying that to you, it blew my mind. On my mom and dad's life, I experienced him as, let's say, we're maybe 12, 13 years old in a neighborhood, and we live in the same house. You're literally like someone I would probably go kick the fucking Coke can with, or go on my bike to get some basketball cards, and we get together, do basketball, play video games. Maybe we all go play basketball together. And then go to. You guys are that to me. I don't know if you know that. That is the only relationship I'm having here. That's the only. I'm not having another relationship. Just, I'm really not having another relationship. That's what I see you as. Somehow, the sweetest memories of my life are what I just said to you. Get out of school, go with a few guys from the neighborhood, couple blocks whether walking or riding a bicycle, somehow get there. Spend our money, buy some basketball cards, look at it what it is, get on the bus, come back, play basketball, then fucking do some other shit, get dirty here and there, come back, play some video games. Eventually it's getting dark, mom and dad show up to the house, we try to get them to stay another hour to talk, and then it's like always a problem leaving, go home, think about what happened, think about the video game. This is my world. Go to sleep, think about the video games, the comic books, and the girl tomorrow. First period, Emily's going to be there. Second period, Jeanette's going to be there. Third period, Michelle's going to be there. Okay, and now I go to school, but then after school, what am I thinking? I'm going to be playing basketball at Rosemary School with those guys, and we just got to just try, like, this is my day, right? All right, welcome to my day now. I'm doing the same thing in an adult arena, right? So when he said that to me, I was like, hey, bro, we're like, that's not even what's going on. Right? And then we're in the fucking meat shop, and this girl's talking to him, and then she says about me, I'm not even there. What did she say about me?
She said that
Louder.
he looks like you slit my fucking throat.
He looks like he would slit my fucking throat. Now remember what she said, because you know me. Maybe they didn't see that, but that's what the girls are thinking tonight.
She didn't end with that.
She didn't end with that? That was she end with.
She said, whatever you guys are on, you're all bossed up. You look fucking amazing.
Can't hear you, brother. Can't hear you.
She said, you guys are all bossed up. You look fucking amazing. Is how she ended.
I didn't take it as a negative. You said that like that. It's my character, right? But check this out. When I hear that, those two characters inside, Solomon and the Jew, they go in conflict again. One, Solomon says, man the fuck up. Did you hear what God has said to you through another man's heart? You look like you're gonna slit throats. I think my guess is here, by the way. But then the other side of me, hi, is
Sylvester.
okay, let's move on. Thank you. Okay, so then the inside of me, these two characters go in conflict again. But when the girl says that, I hear inside of me, you see, motherfucker, stop acting like a fucking kid. that's what they're seeing you. And then you come into my mind. Because I'm like, okay, so for me, what is my fucking fantasy? Like I just told you, let's go get some basketball cards. Let's have enough money to go buy all the basketball cards for each other now. That's my fantasy. Got it? But somebody else, if I'm being looked at as a guy who hesitates to slit someone's fucking throat, I gotta remember maybe that you're here because you're trying to follow that guy. Because I've been presenting that guy. That's what I was saying in the car. I'm like, Michael, how the fuck did I end up looking like this? No, I'm serious. Like, when I look at myself, and then I remember, if you had asked me how or who I wanted to be when I grew up, on everything, I would have said these words. I would want to be the most dangerous man that ever lived. And now people are looking at me like that. But I never thought it would happen, kinda. Like, it's a good fantasy, it ain't a good fucking reality. But then I gotta confront that I've created that now. And then I go, well, if I've created that and these men are following me, I better remember if I don't play my part, that's like meeting a fucking stripper who is not a stripper later. I want you looking like that outside, bitch. I want you looking like a fucking housewife. Where did I meet you at? I met you there, bitch, not in the housewife store. So I don't lose the magic from it, right? Someone sees me on YouTube, something else. I'm talking that talk. That's what I'm doing. They come here and I'm like, hey, bro, let's go get some basketball balls and shit. Like, you goofy motherfucker. So that's where my conflict comes in. And that's why I said earlier, if I had one superpower, that's what it would be. Because guess what? With everything that I'm going through right now, my inner world is that. Outside, it's...
You guys comment.
Whatever she thinks that she's here, that
Comment on YouTube or I'll have to go to Instagram. Drive the traffic. Comment.
And I go back and forth, and I'm trying to. If I just knew which one was right, I would do it. I'm afraid that I'm doing the wrong one, and I can't fucking tell. Because the environment keeps giving me different information. And for the first time, I'm able to put words on this. But this is what I feel all the time. You hear me?
I feel you.
Feel me? My black friend? Yeah, he's black. Yeah. Thank you. And I go through that. I go, why not use both? And when I start to think that, they both feel phony. Just the texture of them changes. If I go Solomon, boom, it goes shoom. If I go Jordan, boom, right? But if I go, okay, why not use both? They both start fading in my head. I gotta choose one. And I don't know why, but that's my experience. Because I try and I lose both. I become ordinary. Right? And I know no one paid me to be out here having an ordinary experience now.
Right.
So I'm doing my job. I was ordinary all day. But I wasn't. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really haven't tapped out yet. I've been tapped the fuck in all day. You know? Anyways, I've been talking a lot. I would like to have somebody else, yeah.
Something that's been ringing like really loud for me is if you're King Solomon, what a fucking mind, right? You've spoken, right? So you become more real to me.
Hey, Sensei, you can come do residency.
With this man here.
With Jay Sussy.
With Jay
Yes.
Sussy. And I'm like, bro, this guy is just out of this world.
If you haven't, hey, if you're ever blessed to have this man's time, you see everyone who's had that time, bro, you have this fucking quality that you've never seen before. And the closest thing that I can, if I put the right words, an angel must feel like that.
Yes.
You get that?
100%.
What do you think? When you hear this shit? Exactly. And that's exactly my experience with the other. It's true, but it's fucking weird here. But I know that to be true about me because I was just in the car. I'm more powerful than anybody can put out. I know it. So that's my truth. You know what an angel is. Do you really? You have certainty on it. Be honest. Be honest. Be 100% honest. 100%. He's an honest man. But it's still weird hearing it, right? Is this part of it because you admire these men? Is admiration anywhere part of it?
I have a lot of respect for everybody here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because that's where, because I admire you guys so much, your evaluation of that thing that I do hold as the, it's probably that's what you wanted to be. You enjoy your life, right?
Well, I role modeled myself after Jesus, actually.
I roll on it. Do you know what his name means? I know what your name means. Do you know what your name means? Have you looked it up?
I've heard you say it.
Have you looked it up? You should look it up.
Can you say it in Portuguese?
Oh, my full name
Yeah.
is Jordan Laurent Anthony Sousa.
How to let it, what?
Jordan Laurent Anthony Sousa.
If you just, if whoever wants to look it up while you're talking. Because I think you need to understand, because it's going to trip you out. Okay? Give your name to somebody who's going to do. That's the man. You didn't find anything. Give him your full name description.
Yeah, text it to me real quick.
I'll text you.
Okay, back to you.
So yeah, so I really like, I see him and I see like Yogi on his path and how dedicated he is to everything that you taught him really
Okay.
for the last 10 years.
Imagine being me. Do you know how much weight that is to carry? You're right. This man is dedicated his entire life to understand this man.
Yes.
But if you know this man the way I know him, you would understand the words I said would only happen if he met a Maharishi, or if he would have to meet somebody worthy of a name that Earth would have to know. And he's met a lot of them. So if I'm sitting here, I measure what he measures, how much dedication this guy has. And I also see how he literally has zero respect for anybody and anything else.
Yes. 100%.
You see that? This man respects nothing and no one, but goddamn the respect he shows me makes me feel awkward. Right? I'm carrying that weight. We're going to start seeing the weight we all carry. She carries the weight of being the only person that doesn't know us at the level we know. Being a female sitting here, that's a lot of weight to carry. And I recognize it. And she does so well with it. But you see that to be her, there's a weight we can't measure. She's going to have to be very strong internally as a structure to sit here comfortably in the conversation. She doesn't know us. It's fascinating, but that's a lot of weight. Please continue. Yogi Krishna.
So I mean, you know, yeah, so you said it perfectly, like the dedication and the years that he's put into to really put in the work and study you, right?
Yeah.
And he's so aligned with the path. And I see how congruent it is, how it makes this much more stronger.
Yes.
And then I take a look
I
at
couldn't do it
myself.
without him, yeah.
I take a look at myself, and I know that we live for sure, 100%.
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes, for sure.
Then I see myself, and I say to myself, man, I'm on this path too.
Yes, just like him, actually.
I'm dedicated,
Just like him.
I can't say as much as him.
I
more
can,
than him,
but
right?
I can. You're married with a child. You had to move out of the house with a married woman and a child. Him and I can't measure that. That's a lot. How many years? 17 years?
19.
At the time that you moved out, it was 17 years. I know. See how I know that? Because I know at that moment the manifestation not to you. So you are in my as a teacher. If you ask me, I had to decide your dedication level. I would say it matches yours. In my world. Now if you measure otherwise, you should know. But in my world, guys, head to head, there's one ahead.
The funny thing about that is that I know that you're 100% dedicated
Yes, of
to
course.
this path. He's 100% dedicated to this path. I believe I'm 100%
There it
dedicated
is.
to this path. So maybe I'm wrong, but I think even though we're different, we're the same.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if there's a King Solomon,
Uh-huh.
it's all of us.
There you go.
Because if I'm sitting here, you're sitting here, he's sitting here, he's sitting here, and there's so many of us that have that quality in us. I really get that. Who the fuck are you?
That's beautiful, and that's
Who
what
are you?
Listen, that's what Jesus said. My Father and I are one, and each person is supposed to be able to say that same words. I can accept that Solomon definition better than the other one. If he said we're all that, I would say you're right, because I see me as everyone. That's why it's really cool. That's how good it is. I see me as everyone. It's incredible. Okay, who's that gonna jump to?
Okay, guys, need to comment. I'm about to leave YouTube. Comment, share it. if it gets driven, some more people show up, then I won't go to Instagram. But guys on YouTube, I'm gonna have to go to Instagram in a minute or two.
And so he's here. He was here for about a week working on the investments. She's the one that's going to do the menus for us. She already has something small, but she's the one working on the menus. You got the menus set up? Okay. Anyway, that's okay? She's also a friend. Okay, who's got it? Josh, is that you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Eros' friend, John.
Hi guys, I'm Eros' friend.
Now you got to compete with that guy.
I know, right? So I have to say, when my most enjoyable moments with AZD is when you are that vulnerable.
Which one?
When you're that vulnerable.
When you do what I just did?
When you did what you just did, and
Yeah.
honestly, so I'll be vulnerable as well. You know, when you're speaking and you're holding court, and I have something to say, I've noticed a lot of times my heart will start palpitating really quickly because I feel like I have to carry the burden of a good conversation, of holding court, right? And so I've been holding back a lot, but because you were vulnerable, I was like, fuck it, let's go, and I'll start with what you started with, which is my vulnerability, which creates the space for me